闇の中で光を探して傷だらけのハート今も戦うよスクランブルの海へ飛び込んだトラウマの波が俺を飲み込むシャッじゃないリアルなスクリーンが響く砂のように滑り出して Never look back 壊れたスクリーン揺れるシャドウ誰も知らない傷跡見せるよ TraumaTuna アビスを大心の底まで落ちてゆけ Break the trauma Ride the wave streaming through the pain Feel alive TraumaTuna 残響する Cry このライブで全て壊してみせる Midnight Stream View の声が聞こえる Horror to Love が混ざり合う World 霧の中でフィンさ切らして俺は TraumaTuna 闇を裂いてゆく壊れかけたそうでもまだ燃えるチャットが熱くなるたびに強くなる TraumaTuna アビスを大心の底まで落ちてゆけ Break the trauma Ride the wave streaming through the pain Feel alive TraumaTuna 残響する Cry このライブで全て壊してみせる When the chat goes dark and the demons start to call I flip the switch, turn trauma into art もう怖くない俺はここにいるピン突き出して闇を越えてやる TraumaTuna アビスを大波の上で踊る Eternity This is our stream of victory TraumaTuna forever breaking free TraumaTuna 世界を変える Cry Believe が始まる闇の中で光を
TraumaTuna!
TraumaTuna Let's go
Deep in the stream where the wild chat flows, he dives through the dark, everybody knows. With a tuna fin flash and a battle cry, he turns all the trauma into pure vibes high. When the screen gets scary and the demons appear, he flips on the lights, got nothing to fear. TraumaTuna, streaming through the night. TraumaTuna, turning pain into light. Riding the waves, breaking every chain. TraumaTuna,
He's bringing the game
from horror stories to laughs in the chat.
He's the king of the stream
Imagine that. Late night dives where the real ones play.
TraumaTuna saves the day
When the notifications hit and the tension gets high, he jumps in the water, lights up the sky. TraumaTuna,
Streaming through the night
TraumaTuna,
Turning pain into light
riding the waves, breaking every chain. TraumaTuna,
He's bringing the game Feel the energy rise Watch the trauma die
he's the streamer hero, bold about to get trauma.
Fishy trauma, fish trauma.
TraumaTuna. You're about to get trauma.
Trauma to the fish trauma.
TraumaTuna. You're about to get trauma.
Fishy trauma, fish trauma.
TraumaTuna.
Fishy.
Fishy, let's go! You're about to get trauma.
Fishy trauma, fish trauma.
TraumaTuna. You're about to get trauma.
Trauma to the fish trauma.
TraumaTuna. You're about to get trauma.
Fishy trauma, fish trauma.
TraumaTuna.
Fishy.
Fishy, let's go! Let's go! You're about to get trauma.
Fishy trauma, fish trauma.
TraumaTuna. You're about to get trauma.
Trauma to the fish trauma.
TraumaTuna. You're about to get trauma.
Fishy trauma, fish trauma.
TraumaTuna. You're about to get trauma.
Trauma to the trauma to the trauma to the trauma to the trauma.
Fishy, let's go! You're about to get trauma.
Fishy trauma, fish trauma.
TraumaTuna. You're about to get trauma.
Trauma to the fish trauma.
TraumaTuna. You're about to get trauma.
Fishy trauma, fish trauma.
TraumaTuna.
Fishy.
Let's go! Go!
TraumaTuna coming through, fat fins flopping, make room. Cold face, hot step. I don't fold, I don't sweat. Little crack, big grin. Watch me do it again. Hit that post, hold that line. TraumaTuna, drink that brine. TraumaTuna. Turn it up now on the room. TraumaTuna. Big fin energy.
Boom, boom, boom.
Bad day, gone. I move on, steel spine, clean move. I'm in my zone, pressure on, still fine. I rise on time, hit that post, hold that line. TraumaTuna, drink that brine. TraumaTuna, turn it up now on the room. TraumaTuna, big fin energy.
Boom, boom, boom.
Clap once, look sharp, no fear. All heart. TraumaTuna, turn it up now on the
the harbor on a Wednesday noon. The gulls are screaming out a rusty tune. They stood at Quango in a three-piece suit, explaining fish taxes to a guy with a flute. Clipboard clutched like a sacred decree, talking about aquatic efficiency. Then from the dock came a bubbling splash, a silver blur with a vengeance and sass. Nobody knew what had caused the rage, maybe budget cuts or a low fish wage. But that trout had eyes like a fired up priest, and a left fin quicker than the police. Slap! Went the fish on the Quango's face, knocked his glasses halfway into space. Back in the water, then up once more, like a scaling missile from the ocean floor. Slap! Another one right on the cheek. The Quango cried, "This violates policy." Townfolk laughing, dropping their drinks, while the boss kept launching from the briny depths. The mayor arrived with a megaphone, said please remain calm near the danger zone. But the fish ignored every lawful plea, like a wet torpedo fueled by spite and glee. A woman yelled, "That fish got aim!" A child shouted, "Do it again!" The Quango tried hiding behind a crate, but destiny swims and it don't run late. He waved around forms in a desperate panic, screaming jargon that sounded volcanic. Subsection B says fish can't strike. The boss jumped higher like, "Watch me, mighty." Slap! Went the fish on the Quango's brow. Folks were chanting, "Get him now!" Backflip splash with Olympic grace, then another wet smack right across the face. Slap! Like a haddock powered train, you could hear it echo halfway down the bay. Tourists filming, seagulls cheering, the Quango's confidence disappearing. Was it revenge for polluted streams? Was it vengeance born from bureaucratic schemes? Did the fish just hate authority? Nobody solved that mystery. But legends say when the tide rolls in, you can still hear the distant fins. And somewhere near the old pier shack, a Quango flinches at every splash. Here comes the boss. Here comes the trout. Ooh. Everybody scatter when the fish jumps out, out, out. Left cheek, right cheek, public administration growing weak. He tried a helmet, oh. He tried a net, oh. That angry fish ain't finished yet. Went the fish with majestic hate, sent the Quango stumbling through a garden gate. Papers flying like bureaucratic snow, while the crowd yelled, "That's the greatest show!" Slap! One final glorious smack, the bass did a flip, then vanished back. The harbor went still, no one made a sound, and the whole dang pier broke laughing down. Now every year they all return to watch ceremonial paperwork burn, and they raise a toast by the old boat ramp to the fish who kept the Quangos damp.
Hello? 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 Hello, everyone. Hello, everyone. Hello, everyone. Hello, everyone. Thank you very much for showing up tonight. I am TraumaTuna, and this is the Fishmonger's Hideout. Thank you very much for hanging out with me tonight. How are y'all doing? How y'all doing this fine weekend, this fine Sunday evening? Man, I'll tell you what, it's been a real good day. Had a good time at church today. Went and got some Chipotle afterwards. Took a really nice long nap. It was really, really very much needed. Oh my gosh, let me go ahead and say hello to everybody in the chats here. I got Armored Wood and Lithium in Kick as well. Thank you guys very much for showing up here. I'm glad you are here. Cliff420, how you doing? How you doing? I see your question here. Bimo will be joining us later tonight at around 11. He is not live streaming, I believe, tonight, but he will be here with us tonight here as well. Dang, I did not see that. How you all doing? Man, he'll be joining me later, but he will not be streaming. As well, everybody on YouTube. I got Dudicus Trogdor. What's up, dude? What is up? Good to see you. Good to see you. My name's a little sleepy. Yo, Hunty Chan as well. Good to see you. Rockhound Dog 90. Good to see you, my friend. Good to see you. Thank you for following me as well. I appreciate you. I appreciate you very much. Let's see. Anybody on Twitch? That is one viewer on Twitch, and I'm really glad you're here, whoever you are. All right, let's go ahead and get started here today. But first, I just want to say it is a good day. It is a good day. A very good day to be alive. So I'm gonna tell you that much right there. All right. So usually, as you guys know very well, we are going to be collabing with BMO tonight. Later tonight at like 11 o'clock my time. 7 I think his time. We're going to be playing Schedule 1 because we are behind on our taxes, so we got to do that. In Minecraft, obviously. So we're gonna be playing that game, having some fun later on. But you know, it is Sunday, and you know what Sundays are for me? Sundays are React Sundays. So we do have some things we're gonna look at, some drama. Unfortunately, we're gonna have to look over as well. And you know, it's the regular thing. It's the regular thing of people being catty. You know, high school cliquish behavior. We all love it. We all love to see it. So let's go ahead and get into it here. Let me see if I can get it pulled up for you guys. There we go. First of all, what we're going to be doing, we're going to be looking over this video from Rev Says Desu. Sup, Rev? Good to see you. We're going to be talking about the thing with Vex. You know, this person here, she's been a thorn in his side for a while. She's been causing problems nonstop for him. She's the reason Advanced GG dropped him, dropped Straub, and everything like that. They're doing fine without Advanced as far as I'm concerned. And I also think Advanced was just looking for a reason to begin with because they're a pretty liberal company to begin with. Whatever. But yeah, we're going to go into this. I have not watched this video, but I imagine it's going to be a lot of hypocrisy and lack of accountability. So, but let's go ahead. Let's go ahead and get it started. The video is called "This is Serious and I Need to Address It Now" by Rev Says Desi. All right, let's go ahead and get into it. Hunty, it's all right. The doggos come first. All right, let's go and watch this. Let me know if you guys can hear it.
Hey, what's up guys, Rev here. So in this video, I'm going to be talking about something pretty serious, a situation I really didn't want to deal with, but it's been forced upon me routinely by this VTuber, Vex.
Perfect.
Vex is someone who has been routinely harassing and slandering me and my community, while also dragging in a company that I used to work with. And recently they decided in this tweet that they're no longer going to talk about people like myself. Well, unfortunately for Vex, you don't get to decide when the conversation ends, especially when you're continuously bringing up my name and slandering me and spreading lies involving the company I used to work with.
So, just real quick here, it's really funny to me how this person who has faked having cancer, by the way, faked it. This little person he's talking about has literally spat in the face of actual cancer victims and cancer survivors, okay, by pretending to have it. So yeah, I'm not a big fan of her either. Now this is Vex Milk, not Vexoria, the Sun Eater. She's completely different VTuber. Watch her if you want. I'm not going to tell you who you can or cannot watch. But yeah, this person here is got some serious issues. But let's go ahead and continue with what we're watching.
And that's what we're talking about today. This is the VTuber Vex. We have talked about her before. She is someone who is quite unhinged. She is someone who has recently claimed in the last week that she has never done anything to me, and also that she has never gloated that I lost my Advanced GG sponsorship. Both
You are the reason he lost his Advanced GG sponsorship, idiot. Continuing.
of which are massive lies, which is very ironic and hypocritical coming from someone who only a few days ago said spreading false information makes you a bad person.
Take your own advice.
Now, of course, they are slandering me. You can see in multiple posts calling me a predator, and then doubling down on the fact, even when they're asked for proof, of course, they can't provide proof, and instead of moving on from this 2 weeks ago, she has continued to crash out and slander me in various replies on Twitter over the past couple of days.
So here's the thing. Accusing someone of being something that is criminal without evidence or without actual proof, or with the intent to malign the person, that in itself is a crime. So in this regard, Rev could definitely file a police report against this person. Now, I don't know if this person lives in the United States. I don't know if Vex is a United States citizen. If she is, she ought to know better. If she's not, she consider herself very lucky that she ain't in the reach of the law of the United States right now. Because good Lord, the stuff like that I will not abide by. Literally, anybody like yelling, calling somebody a PDF, or like saying they're a pred or something like that. Anything like that without actually evidence to back it up, and you are saying it to malign the person's reputation or, assassinate their character in any way, shape, or form like that, totally disgusting. Totally disgusting. It's vile. You don't do that. You don't do that unless you yourself are a disgusting person. So it's just disgusting. It's disgusting behavior. Let's continue. Let's see what else is going to be said here. So let's continue.
Almost brushed off the previous incident, but of course, she can't help herself. She has continued to slander me and other Twitter users as well, and this has gone way too far. Now, I can't defend myself on Twitter.
Exactly, Hunty. Even false allegations have destroyed that. Exactly. And guess who? And guess what? They're used against men most of the time. So consider us warned. Be careful.
Twitter, because she's doing all of this behind a block. And worse yet, she's dragging in Advanced GG, a company I used to work for. I was terminated by them earlier this year, and she is bringing them in as a partner with that company, a current one, while spreading lies.
She's a current partner. That makes it even worse. That makes this even worse, that she is a current partner of Advance and everything like that. So dumb. I hate this. I already hate this. Let's continue, though.
About what happened earlier this year with me and the company. And I have expressed my immense disappointment with what happened with Advanced, but I have made my intent very clear. I do not want to talk about Advanced anymore. Agreed. But unfortunately, one of their biggest, if not their biggest partner, routinely slanders me and
Agreed. She's literally ruining the reputation of the company she works with by acting this way. And quite frankly, if there's not a morality clause in their contract, they need to relook at the contract and make her sign a new one and reinforce it and say, hey, I don't know what personal beef you have, but you seriously need to knock it off. There's a legit argument for tortious interference already on both of them. Yeah, you know what? That is very true. On Vex and Advanced, for cutting this guy and his wife off. Yes, literally. No, but seriously, it's disgusting behavior from a company and from a partner of that company to cut this guy off and his wife and fire them because he quoted Romans 13. He quoted Romans 13, which is literally describing how the purpose and the idea of a government. The purpose and the idea behind why a government exists and the purpose of government. Of a moral government, by the way. But anyway, let's continue.
Keeps bringing up my name alongside Advance while spreading lies, making me want to defend myself. I think that is a very reasonable thing to want to do when someone's lying about your name and an experience you had with a company and what.
Light Ferret, what's good, man? Good to see you on Kick. Good to see you. How you doing? We're currently reacting to a video by Rev. He's talking about the unwelcomed, very notorious Vex Milk right now, and that's not. Whoever this person is being a complete loony. So, let's go ahead and, in my opinion, okay. But let's go ahead and continue with the video.
Was doing during the time of that termination, so that's what I'm going to do. Now, I have expressed my immense disappointment with Advance, but instead of focusing on the negativity right now, let's focus on a positive, because we have other sponsors like Market, who's had my back from day one. For many years, they have been sponsoring me and representing this channel and been doing an amazing job. I've had the pleasure of meeting some of their employees in real life. They are great people and they've made it very clear they have my back. So I think it's very, very good to promote a company like Ooh Market. And this is my latest merch drop. It just launched about a week ago. It's my birthday merch drop here. You can see all the related merch, including the Acid Wash t-shirt, which is the only fundraiser component of this entire campaign. And guess what? It's fully funded, expected from my community that is so supportive, but it is fully funded, and you can see the design right here.
Should I buy a Rev? Should I buy a Rev shirt or Rev stuff? I do like the look of Rev's merch. I'm just broke. Yeah, you know what? Me too, actually. I would love to own a shirt or at least a hoodie or something, but like, man. I mean, I just took down a Powerworld raid boss, bless him with Ryu, but he took down the whole raid team except for my personal party member, pal. He's a tough fight. Yeah, I can imagine so. But with that in mind, let's continue with the video.
Great stuff. The art is always so on point with Ooh Market, and here's the hoodie. You can see the back here as well as the front. And also on top of that, we have a hat. You can see that for yourself.
Grunge hat. It's not a grungy hat, at least. My Kane plushie hat made my wallet scream in pain. Oh my god. Oh, like just real quick here. Blasmet, what area is Blasmet in the Power World area? Sydney had to do her summer drop right after I bought new PC monitors for streaming. Oh, and I know it, right? Yo, Devil, what's good, man? Good to see you, by the way. I'm glad you're here on Kick. But but yeah, it's, you know what? One of these days when I'm big enough, I'm definitely going to start doing merch. And that could be anything. But yeah, good to see you again, Devil. Nice, glad to have you here. But I don't know what I would do if I would just do like the regular shirts and hoodies and, you know, clothing accessories, or maybe I'd do like sweetheart grips for like your 1911. I don't know. Maybe mouse pads, maybe stickers or keychains or something. I don't know. I'd figure something out. But anyway, with that being said, he's a raid boss. You only find him from using the raid boss. Oh, fair enough. Okay. A tuna plush. Ooh. Now, if I was to do a tuna plush, would it be like the character you see on screen, or would it be like characters that I have, like a chibi version of a character reference that I have? Because the characters I use for like AI art are completely different from what you see on screen. So maybe I can do that, or I can do this. I probably would do this, but that'd be kind of expensive. You know what? I'm getting ahead of myself. I'll plan that out later, but we'll get there. But anyway, let's go ahead and continue with the video.
On top of that, we have this mouse pad, which is always a big hit with people in my community. You can see
Blasmet Rio is indeed a raid boss only. Okay. All right, good to know. Lithium. Good to know, Lithium. I will check that out next time I'm on Power World, or at least see if I can have my guild help me out with that. So, all right, let's go ahead and continue with the video.
the design right here.
That is a sick mouse
Very
pad.
nice stuff. On top of that, we have some jet tags as well, which is a little more of an affordable option if you're interested.
Guys, listen. If you travel, use these. I would. Are you kidding me? Look at this. Use these. I totally would. It's only $16 for these. And it's a one-time deal, one-time purchase. That's all you gotta do. All right, let's go ahead and continue.
In that, and finally, we have a standee as well, if that is something you are interested in. I will put a link to this campaign in the pinned comment. Thank you guys so much for the support on this campaign. It means a lot, and it also means supporting a really good company that has defended this channel and been there from the jump, and I just want to show my appreciation for them. And when you support this campaign, you're not just supporting me, but you're also supporting a very good company with Ooh Market as well. But let's return to the content. So we're talking about Vex, right? And I have highlighted her very unhinged behavior from this year alone, where she is routine.
Okay. I'm looking at some of these things. You're not a good prostitute as a prostitute should be. Well, I mean, she is an e-thought, I guess. Online whore talking about predator and this and that when you're the one selling your loot to anyone online. Yeah. Silence hetero? Oh, like that's an insult. They can't come up with a slur for straight people, but we got one for the gay people there. I'll tell you what. It's a very useful one. It's a very fun one. Can't say it though without getting in trouble, which is really dumb. I should be allowed to say what I want, at least, within reason. But yeah, I'm looking through all of this, and all I'm seeing is a woman with an issue of the brain. She's got psychosis of the brain, dude. She needs a freaking she needs a what do you call it? She needs one of them ice picks in the brain there, whatever they call that. I don't remember. Not a stabbing, but a lobotomy. That's it. She needs a As a famous person once said, I'd rather have a full bottle in front of me than a frontal lobotomy. All right. Anyway, continuing.
Mainly making very aggressive threats in replies to people, but it's okay according to her own standards because they're memes and pictures, not her own direct words, so therefore it makes it okay to tell people that she's going to fold them with their clothes still on and that she's excited for people to end up in their grave or to go missing and stuff like that.
Yeah,
and
she needs to
also,
shrink.
she is not too fond of white
In
people
medication.
saying you can't be
Yeah, he only exists at the base of the summon with the summoner structure to technically be anywhere in the base game. It's these a tough fight compared to the previous two raid bosses, Bellinor and Bellinor Libero. All right, good to know. This is Hunty. Believe me, you and I are on the same page here. She is a wild character.
racist against white people. And again, very bigoted take from me, but I think it's very wrong to judge people differently and to...
I'm not biased. I hate white people, and I am white. Haha, nice try, though. All right, be Asian and hate Asians. Easy. Be African American and hate other black people. Easy. You can literally hate your own kind no matter the skin color, so I don't see why she thinks this is like a dig. You know what I mean? It's stupid. It's stupid. It's a stupid take. And oh, of course she's one of those people. Yeah. She never stopped. It's always the loudest and unhinged who are the most insecure. Bet you when a woman hates other women, this fool calls them pick-me's. Yep, she does. She probably does, allegedly, in my opinion. So let's go ahead and continue. You can't be racist against white people. Okay, sure. All right, and I can't hate women because I'm a man. All right. Anyway, let's continue.
be abusive towards them simply because of the color of their skin. You shouldn't be okay with any of that happening, regardless of skin color, right? We don't make exceptions for that. That seems a bit backwards to me. But her latest hit here on Twitter is something I talked
The only men who get offended when someone says all men are the men we're talking about, by the way.
where she made this post
I don't even
saying,
know what that means.
the only men who get offended when someone says all men are the men we're talking about, by the way. Now, of course, this stirred a lot of conversation, and it was something
How much of this is rage bait and how much of this is like actually her opinion? Do you think it's like 80-20? So all men? Yeah, exactly. All men. All men, Devil in Red. All men are evil because they have teeth. Guess who else has teeth? Wolves and sheepdogs. Both wolves and sheepdogs have teeth. When all you're looking for is teeth, you don't even know who they'll be burying them against. Because you're just looking for the danger instead of who's using it. You know what I mean? You get the idea? It's a bad... At least 80-20. She doesn't get enough attention for it to be more than 20% rage bait. I would say so. Probably. Why is the name Vex so popular? Because Vex is a... I would say antecedent, but that's not the word I'm looking for. Vex is synonymous with magic. I am not surprised one bit. I am not either, Rock. I'm not either. So, and also, like, yeah, like magic and dark magic in general, like Vex is considered synonymous with that, or it has grammatical ties to it, or anthropological ties to it. So, I'm used to the enemy on Destiny called Vex. Yep. There you go, see? She's vexed. She's angry.
that I
She's angry milk. Anyway, let's continue.
covered in this video right here. And as you can see, the reception makes it very clear people agree with
All men are bad. In what way? All men are bad. In what way? I don't know. This is so stupid. I'm used to the enemy statistical. Yeah, I just read that. Thank you, Hunty. All right, let's go ahead and continue.
what I was talking about in the video. 6,400 likes versus 25 dislikes. I think the opinion of the masses here is unanimous, okay? They think this was a very bad tweet. But not only was it a bad tweet, it was hypocritical.
Of course it was. Contrary to what you want to believe, it's possible for someone to care about men's mental health and pride in the same breath. You know what? Fair. Men suck. Men aren't lonely enough. This is a woman who is very lonely. I like men. I have man booba as my PFP. Thank you, Hunty. You know what? You are an inspiration to us all. I appreciate you. Thank you for liking men. No, but it's really funny. It's like contrary to what believe. This person, I guarantee you, I can probably tell you her childhood just based on how she's acting. She probably has abandonment issues with her dad. She probably doesn't even know her dad. Or her dad was abusive and a piece of crap. Or her mother was abusive and a piece of crap. Something along those lines. And you know what? That's really sad and unfortunate. That still doesn't excuse your behavior. All right. What would make this would this make her a flip-flop? I think so. This is... What does it say here? I'm losing track here. Hold on. This is purely sick-minded loser because she's an expired hag. She's bitter and miserable. Yeah, she's bitter and miserable because she didn't have a dad, too. I thought Vex was from Latin, but this is a lot funnier, and I realized from Latin, vexare. To shake, jolt, harass, annoy. You know what? She is the avatar of that Latin word, vexare. That's so good. That's great. Yo, Stellar Eclipse on YouTube. What is up? What is good? Good to see ya. How are you? Oh my gosh, we're reacting to Reb's latest video about Vex, aka Vex Milk, aka angry, annoying, harassing, jolting milk, shaking milk. So this is what she's definitely a milkshake indeed. Let's go ahead and continue. Much like their piercings, they must hurt themselves. Absolutely, absolutely, Lithium. There's no reason for them. They need to feel something to feel alive. Anyway, let's continue.
Because looking at her own history, she has routinely trashed on men. That is a very fair point to make. In the video, all I did was really show her public tweets and show that there's hypocrisy existing, not only with this bad initial tweet that we're talking about, but it's also hypocritical coming from her.
Mystics, listen, we got back taxes dating back to like the past 4 years. We got to pay it back. I don't know what else we can do, man. Good to see you. Good to see you on YouTube. How you doing? How you doing, Mystics? Good to see you. All right, let's continue. Drugs are bad, okay? I mean, depends on the drugs, really. All right, let's go ahead and continue.
And this sort of behavior, this coverage where I'm showing someone's public tweet and pointing out their hypocrisy is something that Advance used to celebrate and even used to promote my merch, saying I'm loud, fearless, and unapologetically real. But apparently some people don't feel the same way. In response to my video, Vex says this, "Oh God, Rev made another video about me over a nuanced tweet that wasn't in any way serious. Rent must be due." So
doing good, doing fine enough, neither good nor really bad. Well, you know what, man? I'm glad you know it right in that sweet neutral zone. At least you know you can hang out, relax, and chill. And you were going to be playing a lot more some Schedule 1 later tonight after these videos here. So you just hold your horses. We're going to get really good, okay?
in the video, I asked Vex, if I am out of line, if I'm saying anything that you disagree with, please clarify. Like, I'm open to discussion. If you have an issue with what I'm saying, my public coverage of your public tweets, make it clear what your issue is. But instead, she does this, and it's very predictable. There's no counter argument, and also there is a whole lot of contradiction.
Rev, she doesn't want to have a discussion with you. She literally hates your guts and wants you to die. Okay? She must have looked up how to use nuanced in a sentence. That's funny. Watching an anime popping in and out. Hey, Mystic, as long as you're hanging out in and out somewhere, it's totally fine. Welcome in. come on back in whenever you need to. I enjoy my time to grill and roast liberal sore losers. Obviously, most streamers are lacking common sense and accountability. I mean, I ain't close with my dad, but I still chat with him sometimes. Yeah, exactly. You see, familial relationships can help with how you behave in your adulthood. So, I mean, every time I hear nuance now, I get flashbacks to the guy Leaf dunked on. You talking about? I know who you're talking about, Lithium. And I'm gonna be honest with you. I got real pissed off when he told Leaf to shut up. I was like, yo, you need to shut up, dude. And also fix yourself. All right, let's continue.
Even in this tweet, saying it's a nuanced tweet while on the same hand saying it wasn't serious. So which one is it?
Absolutely he was.
Is it a nuanced post about men, or is it just a joke? I don't understand. I mean, this is unfortunately what she does, and if you look through her replies, she's been making everyone know it's a nuanced take. It's a nuanced take, but it's
nuanced take, even though it's pretty. You're spelling subtlety with fireworks. Like, come on, dude. You're not being nuanced at all. You just are hiding behind a word. Stupid woman. Stupid woman. Oh my gosh. All right, let's continue.
Also a joke at the same time. And of course, she also adds in, rent must be due, which is something she does as well. She likes to poor shame people, which I can only say is projection based on the fact, if you scroll through her account, there's almost daily posts asking for money. Or there's routine emergency streams or emergency funds for whatever she needs, X, Y, or Z. But on top of that, only a few days ago, she was asking for $500, and don't we all need $500? But someone replies saying, get a job, and she says,
this reminds me of that short little comic where someone says something completely stupid, and someone says, hey, that was a stupid take. And the person responds, haha, I was only pretending to be stupid. Who's the stupid guy now? It's like, are you serious? Well, that's literally the vibe I'm getting. It's that same principle. It's the same flow. I need $500. Get a job. I have several. This is a joke. Don't you know a joke? Hey, Cliff, I see you moved to YouTube. That's totally fine. As long as you're watching, as long as you're hanging out, it's all good. It's all good. All right, let's continue. But do you see this? Do you see this? It's so stupid. Oh my gosh. Morning. It's now 4 a.m. and I have to go to sleep. I can't reproduce with Sound Blaster EQ with the PCQ. Tried my worst since 4 hours. Well, Rudimenter, you know what? Whatever you got to do to get a good night's sleep, all right? Their only skill is wasting other people's time. They need to be proud. They need to be proud of it, Tuna. No, have some shame. I would love Cindy's opinion. They would tear them up. Cindy would probably call her an F&B and try to, give her some form of accountability, or at least try to, use a womanly insult on her. And by the way, a well-deserved womanly insult. So, guys, we're not even done with this video. If you are on Kick, Rudimenter, good to see you. I hope you have a good night, all right? I seem to say this at least once a stream, but make shame great again. Indeed, kink shaming is good, as well as shaming people for this. Shame needs to come back, honestly. We need to... Here's the deal. Western society would do slightly better if we were more... If we had a greater focus on honor and shame. I honestly believe that. Now, we should be flexible with our honor and shame. Not like the Eastern countries that are just very you dishonor me, so I have to push you away. But you dishonor me, you need to change and repent and all that stuff. We used to in the 1960s. Yeah, because we were much more Christian focused. Anyway. Deep voice. Shame. Indeed. Can't bring shame to the shameless, only separate ourselves from them. You know what? That's very true. It's very true. It's the best comment I've heard. Get a job. Hey, bozo, get a job. That's funny. All right, let's go ahead and continue. I do have a collab in 1 hour, and I do have one more video you want to watch, so let's go ahead and finish this one out.
I have several. this was a joke. You
Watch I Love
effing
Lucy, and that was
Fruit
the way
Loop.
things
Oh,
were back in
it's
life.
just
Yeah,
a joke.
absolutely.
Yeah. Of course, if you scroll through her
Absolutely,
account
Devil.
again,
100%.
you see this behavior. It's very routine. So heaven forbid someone sees
You effing Fruit Loop. Good one.
you asking for money and thinks it's legitimate when you are legitimately asking for money on a very routine.
I agree, Rockhound. I agree, Rockhound. Sorry, I couldn't really type this because I'm driving and have to use voice to text, but in my opinion, we need to care more about each other, look out for each other, tell them when they're wrong, and to help them make a man. Help to make a man when you screw up, make it right. Yeah. You know, I agree with that. Like I said, honor and shame. But instead of complete disownment, it's second chance to correct yourself. I agree with that. Kind of like how the Bible teaches, you know? But anyway, let's continue.
Basis. But of course, being mad about me really seems to throw people into a tither where it's not enough to just be mad at me. They have to start doing what many do, and that is slandering me. So right after my video,
Uncle Arrow's a good example
Vex
too.
decided to reply to this user saying directly, by name, Rev is garbage and a pedo, bro.
That right there, that very statement right there is enough to file a police report. That is enough. That's all you need. And you can say, they called me this, and there is no evidence of it, and they are being malicious with this statement. Now, if this person's in the United States, we do have freedom of speech. But there are laws that say you cannot accuse someone of a crime for the purpose of maligning their reputation. Defamation is, yes, exactly, defamation. Defamation is not protected speech. Sorry. So yes, this is a attack on his character. This is a defamatory remark. Can definitely sue, if not file a police report. Libel is true. It's not slander. It's libel. Anyway, I'm not a lawyer. I would love to reach out to, what's his name? I was about to say legal, but he's a cuck. What, lawful? Yes, that's who I was thinking of. Reference legal mindset. That's it. Yeah. Legal mindset. And I would definitely reach out to him and say, hey, is this considered libel and grounds for a lawsuit? And he would probably say, probably. Or Savvy, or I can get Sevi. I could reach out to Sevi and find out. I actually could reach out to her. But yeah, seriously, this is disgusting behavior. I would be a malicious, inflammatory remark. History of other inflammatory remarks that have caused financial harm. And your thinking mindset. Thank you. Thank you very much, Lithium and Light Ferret. Yeah, Savvy and Sev. Is Savvy a lawyer as well as Sevi? I know Sevi's a lawyer, so I could reach out to her and find out. Anyway, let's here. You know what? I'm gonna do this real quick, and then I'm gonna ask her later. Whoop. Got a screenshot of it. All right, let's continue.
And then when someone asks basically for proof, she reiterates that I'm a
Good
predator.
evening,
This is
Papa.
slander.
Papa on Twitch. Good to see you. How are you? How are you doing? I'm glad to see you here. In case you see it here, we are reacting to some content. This is some X content. It has no bearing on the real life world, but you know what? It makes for interesting content. This person here, this is a good person. He is a Christian. He is talking about this person here who is talking about him and making defamatory, libelous remarks to him about him. And we're going to be going over that a little bit and reacting to that. And then later we'll be playing Schedule 1 with BMO. I'll be collaborating with him tonight. So, but let's go ahead and continue with the video.
Okay, ladies and gentlemen, this is clearly slander, and it's not a vague joke. It's not, cryptic. It is directly naming me and then making this accusation, by the way. And then she has the audacity, not even 2 weeks later, to say that she never did anything to me and that I attacked her over something she had nothing to do with. And of course, she is referring to what happened with Advanced GG earlier this year around January, where I was terminated from this company that I worked with for nearly 4 years, largely because of this post right here. Like it, don't like it, I don't really care.
He makes a really good point. And I've caught a couple of her streams, or at least a couple VODs or clips of her. I'm gonna lie. I'm not gonna lie to you here. The stuff I saw at first did pique my curiosity, but the more I watched it, the more I realized that it's not good. So it's not the greatest content on the planet. So I just don't even watch her. I don't even care. I don't even think about this person. That's the funny thing. You can literally go on through life. Someone insults you, and if you're the big enough person, you can go on with life. And then when they try to bring it up to you again, you're like, I don't even think about it. I don't even remember who you are. Never. Always. If they say something to you like, this is the only time I've heard of that person, 'twas not a good first impression. Exactly. And they're saying they're making this kind of a statement. So yeah, you kind of already know where their mindset is. Also, LARPs is a 1950s VTuber, hates current federal agency that is more tame than any law enforcement agency of the time period included in her LARP. Exactly. I'm pretty sure Dwight Eisenhower enacted a plan that was much more, what's the word I'm looking for? Much more heavily enforced and much more effective, without the consideration and the feelings of the people he was deporting. So there you go. Let's continue.
I don't think this was a reason to get me terminated from a company. That's
Oh yeah. And she quotes a Bible verse out of context, and then he's like, "Here's Romans chapter 13. You are a rebellious person, and you need to repent." Yeah, if she was watching this, I highly doubt she's watching this. Miss Lala, if you were ever watching this, you need to repent. So, you need to repent and find Christ, because here's the deal. If you are being rebellious, if you don't like the things that are going on in this government, and if you don't like it, if you actually really don't like it, instead of being angry about it, why don't you pray about it? Otherwise, be quiet. Her doing the what about this out of context by what blocking was really what sold. Yeah, exactly. I saw that. I was like, why do they always go to that one, love thy neighbor thing? And it's like, here's the deal. There's more to it than loving your neighbor. If you really love your neighbor, you would correct their behavior, as well as them allowing themselves to be corrected. That's love. Not letting them do whatever they want and, oh, well, he's just himself, and that's okay. No, it's not. If something is wrong with this person, they need to be let known of that, and they need to be willing to receive that. So, let's continue.
my opinion. And for a Rev tweets, this is milk toast.
Love goes both ways.
This is the most lukewarm response ever, where I'm just mocking someone for doing a post about F-Ice. But of course,
they're like vampires, but their weakness are books. No, dude, their weakness is context. They also do treat foreigners well, ignoring the context, because if you were foreigners as well, wherever the people were Bible were welcomed by the government. Exactly. Have you ever noticed the tolerant or the least tolerant? Exactly. Poppy, you're bringing up a good point. They are not tolerant at all. They tolerate what they can control. They don't tolerate what they can't. So let's go ahead and continue with the video. We do have some time constraints here, so I do want to finish this video up here at least.
I was terminated. They made this announcement.
Here's what I'll do. He's making good points. I would like to make it a little bit faster. We'll go from there. 1.25 is good.
About a week later, I stayed silent. I didn't mention anything during this time, but that was ultimately their decision, and I've expressed my disappointment with that, but that's it.
Fear a demon's moment. Words are just a means of hurting and stalling others. Exactly. Do unto others as you would want done unto you. Exactly. That's the golden rule. And yet, they get upset when, when you treat someone badly and then you get treated badly and then they're upset. Like, should you really be surprised? If you are actually surprised, you lack self-awareness. All right, continuing.
Right. But of course, Vex can't stop lying. Just a week ago, saying that she never gloated that I lost the sponsorship, that she never gloated whatsoever. And of course, blatant lie. This was her initial reaction. Does this look like gloating to you, ladies and gentlemen? He's gone.
Indeed,
F
Stella.
yeah.
Indeed.
Those are my gamers, directly responding to the post reporting that I have been terminated. Then she added on this post, saying, I will block you if you defend Rev or my wife Straub, you absolute effing bootlicking weirdos, F ICE and absolutely F you. Then she added on,
Do you realize that these people vote? These people vote. People like her vote. Now, I don't know if she actually votes, but she is able to vote, at least. Do you realize she's capable of voting? That poor kitten picture got violated by Vex. Seriously, that kitten didn't deserve that. I don't like cats, and I think that was cruel. Some don't vote in the USA as they don't live here. That doesn't mean they don't vote. If you know what I'm saying. Oh my gosh. But anyway, let's continue.
another post saying F ICE, F Rev, and F you if you defend either one. Get back on your knees where you belong and keep licking. Maybe they'll praise you eventually because God knows your parents didn't.
Well, we already know what her childhood was like. She didn't have the praise and the attention of her dad. So that's where we're at here. Case solved. Pay me $200. All right, let's go ahead and continue.
Which, of course, these sort of weird...
Some vote in the USA even if they don't live here. Exactly. That's what I'm saying, Lithium. Oh my gosh. Honestly, we need to bring back insane asylums. I agree. Ronald Reagan should not have shut down those insane asylums. But also, those insane asylums should have gotten an overhaul on how to treat these people humanely. So, I thought I was on these positions, but she's yeah, she absolutely is. The fact that she told you to get on your knees already kind of tells you how she knows where to be. Anyway, she already knows how to position herself. Anyway, let's continue.
Personal insults is nothing really too unfamiliar with her because right around that same time she made this all-time classic saying F you, F ICE, F...
This is not too Rev, but good lord, this is a horrible response to someone who did not deserve... I don't know what they said to her, so I only have this side of it, but I'm going to say this. If this is the way she reacted to what this person said, then good lord, she is not... How do I put this in a way? I bet they said hi. I probably just like, hey, good to see you. F you, F you guys, F you, all this stuff. It's so dumb. But yeah, this person is definitely not of the Christian persuasion. If anything, they're probably the daughter of Satan. But let's go ahead and continue.
F your God, F your mother for birthing you, F your father for not dumping you in a sock. Your mom should have used an effing coat hanger, you effing troglodyte. F off and go beat your D to your sister. I mean...
That is vile. That is absolutely vile. That is disgusting. This shows signs of mental instability. Absolutely it does. There is no reason you should go that far, especially online, if you are hiding behind your character. That is disgusting. I thought these spawns were geese. Nah, dude. Nah, dude. You know how with often these types project? I'm very concerned any siblings and things that... yeah, I would probably say so. I'd be very concerned. You know, this is... If she's projecting this way, go pleasure yourself to your female sibling. I'm gonna be honest with you. That is very disgusting. I would not do that to anybody. It's like the Bible says, unless you follow Jesus, you're under Satan's control and you don't even know it. Papa brings up a good point. And in this case, it's really bad. Yeah, she's chimping out, dude. Devil, she's chimping out like crazy. Oh my gosh. Yo, Patrick, how you doing? Good to see you. Good to see you. We're reacting to Reb's video about Vex being mean to him again for no reason. So we're going to continue watching that. I'm ashamed I was one of your viewers. I'm glad you saw the light and got out. I will not shame you for waking up. Honestly, YouTubers are an embarrassment to all streamers. I agree. And here's the thing. They're the ones who are getting more attention in the entire VTubing sphere than actual VTubers. So I don't like it. I kind of wish these people would grow up a little bit and learn some self-respect. These people are definitely chimping out. So let's go ahead and continue.
Just like who thinks of these things? Like, absolutely heinous, but some of those posts have been deleted, and it's because, well, the request of some of her sponsors. Who those sponsors are, I'm not sure, but I wonder how they would feel about this situation happening with me, where I am being directly slandered routinely by this individual. Not even
At the request of a few of my sponsors, yes, I did. They also asked me to delete it, and I obliged. I meant it, but I deleted it. LMAO. It's not harasses, just to post a general FU. It is if you're literally insulting them and saying, you know, they should go and pleasure themselves with their sisters. Good Lord. She got upset at me because I said it wasn't a big deal for Nex to say the N-word to his black friend. I agree. If your black friend's okay with it, then there shouldn't be an issue. Also, there just shouldn't be an issue at all in using it. Anyway, I find it actually funny. The anti-ICE crowd and foreign agents must normally support amongst themselves. This thing didn't even break 200 likes with that one tweet. That is very true. I'm getting tired of these trash bag losers projecting their insecurities on good men. Well, you know, Rock, I'm going to be completely honest with you. The good men, bad men thing, most of the time it is good men, but I'm going to say this to you as well. Bad men are out there in the world too, and it's up to the good men to keep them in line and keep them in check. And guess what? It's also up to the good women to keep the bad women in check. Because we can't do it. They won't listen to us. So, anyway, let's continue with the video.
Acknowledging the other heinous stuff she routinely posts, but anyways. She has the audacity, after all of this, to say she never did a thing to me. And then says I attacked her over something she had nothing to do with. Now, of course, she's being disingenuous. What happened is, after I was terminated, the first thing I saw...
Maybe if we lived in a patriarchy. You know, it's looking better and better to me every day. Let's continue.
When I refreshed my page to see that it was gone, I got this right here. And who's in the picture? It's Vex. I found it very ironic that is the first thing I saw on my page. So, in my opinion, I was pointing out the double standards. Are they going to have the same sort of mentality when it comes to their current talents? And I pointed out the tweets where she was saying unhinged things and celebrating me being terminated. That was the point. I do not believe that Vex had anything to do with my termination. And I think deep down she knows that, but I was bringing up her as a standard to apply their own rules to. Okay, I think anybody looking at this objectively understands what I was doing here. And this was after she had been routinely posting about me, my wife, my community.
Lithium, I agree on that to an extent. Because I am also a married man. Freshly married man. We haven't even made it to a year yet. So I'm going to say this. Over time, it's not that they don't need less choice. It's that they're going to need security. So they won't have to make choices. That's what it needs to be. So, let's continue.
Celebrating our termination and also saying all these other unhinged things as well. And, well, that's just kind of who she is at this point. Very disingenuous and slanderous, but it doesn't stop with me. Okay, so this user pointed out that on the one hand, she said she never did anything to me. And then a week earlier, called me garbage and a predator. And this user, unfortunately, has faced the wrath of Vex as well. And the wrath of Vex is just getting randomly slandered, where she says directly that this person admitted to being a predator and called him a predator in multiple tweets. And also in the same thing, once again, calling me a lowlife and reactionary loser and yada, yada, yada. But Vex is slandering this random user over misinformation, where you can see clearly what happened here, where one user right here edited this guy's tweets to say this, but in reality, this is the actual tweets, which ironically is asking for evidence that they're this heinous thing they're being accused of, and people couldn't find it, so instead they edited his tweets. It's basically like we're seeing with Vex here, right? If you ask for proof, she has none, so she's resorting to just blatant slander. And on top of that, you can see, again...
The fact that people do that, they'll like edit tweets, it's really scary. I don't like that. That's why I try to avoid drama on X as much as possible. But, you know, sometimes I just can't help myself. Let's go ahead and continue.
People pointing this out to her, literally telling her this is not real, and she responds by saying he's a lolicon, pedophile. I don't care what you think of me. I know what I said. I meant what I said. I owned what I said. Which I'm glad she's making her...
She calls him a React slop-a-tuber, but Rev gets more views and interactions than the E-Thought does, showing her butt for money. Exactly. She's probably not even that successful as an OF content creator or Fansly or whatever she uses. Because literally the top 1%, the majority of OF content creators make on average $180 a month. So really, she's probably just above average to where she's making enough to pay rent. And that's about it. That's why she's begging for money, because she wants nice stuff. Begging for money, showing herself off in the most disrespectful, self-disrespecting manner. Yeah, I would say she's got some issues. Let's continue. Rev gets more views and interactions before the stream lobby, and then this is the thing. This thing gets in a year. Exactly. Exactly. Let's go ahead and continue with the video. We're almost done.
Her malicious intent very clear, that she knows exactly what she said and she means it, but also it's unclear who she's even slandering, because she's slandering so many people. I'm not sure if it's him.
All right. Stellar said something. Due to religion being brought into this conversation, I want to reference something about dealing with other people, even those who don't follow the belief. Christians, Colossians 4 and 5, and Colossians chapter 4, 5 through 6. Be wise in the way you act toward outsiders. Make the most of every opportunity. Let your conversation be always full of grace, seasoned with salt, so that you may know how to answer. That is a very good point. That is a very good point. Even if someone is not handling themselves correctly when trying to make these people feel good, or, not feel good, but like feel welcome and stuff, we should always try our best. So yeah, you bring up a good point there, Stellar. But this person is not seasoned with salt. She's seasoned with a lot of pepper. So, all right, let's go ahead and continue.
Him or me or both, but of course she doesn't stop. Then this user shows a screenshot of her slandering me, and she responds by saying, I don't know how to tell you this. I was born in the United States. I'm as white as a effing ghost. Unfortunately, I'm not going anywhere. I'm stuck. You, my friend, need to learn how to not...
Oh, she is a U.S. citizen. All right, file the police report. Sue her.
...support predators and believe everything you read on the internet. So that's...
She is not... She is... Okay, the kind of salt, I would say she's full of brackish water, which is a mix of salt water and fresh water. And you can't drink it either. So she is full of brackish water.
Very clearly in reference to me, just another instance of this. Still up, she has deleted...
I guarantee you she's probably also like 300 pounds.
...some of this stuff, but this one is still up for the moment. And then she adds on again when people confront her for slandering people. She says, I don't lie, and I didn't call anyone a predator who isn't one. And besides implying down here that I should be deplatformed, she is once again very clearly saying...
Lithium, in the context of the Bible verse, I would say pepper is more appropriate, but yes, she's very salty.
...saying that she doesn't lie.
Bitter,
this is
wormwood.
what she believes, right?
Just
this is
as poisonous.
Absolutely insane. I am so tired of dealing with individuals like this who feel like it's just fair game to slander someone because they dared to criticize them on the internet. And even more ironic, the fact that on the 30th of July, she said, spreading false information makes you a bad person, by the way. And then, after
Woman, take your own advice.
all of this, right? So this has all been happening over the last week, most of this slander. She decides she's done talking about me, right? Besides having me blocked and effectively cutting off that form of communication,
What the heck?
she says, you know what,
Take your own advice,
to my friends, I'm not going to talk about people like this anymore. How rich of you to decide the conversation's over after you've been dragging it on. It's one thing to get criticized. I have every right to react to your public tweets and give you fair criticism. You do not have the right to slander me. And also, if you're worried about the company you're working for, stop bringing them into this.
React to Neo2 Network at night with Adult Swim and Toonami. Sean Coleman, are you coming here advertising? Massive lawsuit charges exactly what this retarded new YouTuber needs. Absolutely. Also, Sean Coleman, hello, how are you doing? A really weird way to introduce yourself, man. No, you're not. Okay. No, you're fine. Yeah, but welcome into the stream. How you doing? I'm TraumaTuna for one, and you're in the Fishmonger's hideout, and right now we're just reacting to Reb's video about Vex being really defamatory against him right now. So yeah, there you go. That's what we're doing right now, and I feel like you may be a bot, but we'll see. I don't think you're a bot, are you? I don't think you're a bot, but let's go ahead and continue. No, it's not for kids. Of course it's not for kids. Anyway, let's continue.
Stop lying about me and your involvement with that situation.
Okay.
You clearly reacted to what happened. You clearly felt a very negative way towards me, my wife, my community. Stop lying about it. Stop dragging them in. I'm tired of talking about them, and I'm honestly tired of talking about you. But this goes way too far, as it always does, because these people can't take accountability. They can't take criticism. They can only respond with lies and slander, and I've had enough, ladies and gentlemen. But for now, that's
You hate AI? Okay.
going to do for this video. If you enjoyed, please consider giving the video a like, consider subscribing, and turning on notifications for daily uploads, as well as multiple streams every week live here on YouTube. But overall, hope you guys enjoyed the video. I'll see you next time.
All right, that was Rev. That was Rev Says Dezu in his video.
And
I'm
here's the hoodie.
gonna boom, because apparently I'm flubbing this up pretty badly. All right, let's go ahead and give him a like. He deserves it. Wait, they're AT plus VTuber model? Probably. He'll say it sometimes. But anyway, that's the video. Go ahead and give it a like. Watch it on your own time. Bookmark it if you want. I actually do need to use the restroom real quick. I'm not going to go on the BRB screen. I will be right back. You get to watch me be myself right here. So I will be right back, okay? All right, give me just a moment. Did you all get a good look? Did you all get a good look? Did you all get a good look? Hello. I'm back now. All right. Let's go ahead and go back into the content. Vlad's staring harshly. All right, this next video, I'm probably not gonna be able to finish it. But this next video is concerning a couple of content creators that I enjoyed watching as when I was younger, maybe like in my 20s. It's called Oni Plays, and during that era, he Oni, Christopher O'Neill, Chris O'Neill, as we would know, he had a couple of other creators and other guys who are familiar in the YouTube sphere called Ding Dong and Julian, and he would make episodic content with them. Apparently, all the bits that they did may not have been bits, but we'll see. But we're gonna watch this. I'm gonna. Oh, Duda has mentioned this guy. Yeah, Ding Dong and Julian. He used to work with them. Chris O'Neill. The guy's fun. Listen, the humor is funny because of how stupid it is. That's why I like it. That's why I like watching, because the humor just like, what the heck does that even mean? You know, it just makes you question everything. That's what makes it so funny. Duda, please, Duda, are you here, Duda? I need you, buddy. But anyway, let's go ahead and watch the video. This is Internet versus Oni Plays Ding Dong and Julian by Internet versus. Let's go ahead and give it a watch.
A stream conducted by previous Oni Plays associates Ding Dong and Julian has been...
I grow tired. Have a good night, evening. Have a good evening, good night. Papa, thank you very much for hanging out with us tonight. I hope you have a good one, all right? Get some sleep. Get yourself a nice, good, nice nap in. All right, let's continue with the video.
blowing up online over the last week, where various clips have been posted of the two speaking about their experience with Oni Plays and his friends, with one of them
I remember watching Ding Dong after leaving. Yeah. Was he kind of a goofball or no?
confidently saying that Oni Plays ruined their life, along with speaking about other issues that they've been having, like being
Ding Dong and Julian have been afraid of being assassinated for talking about Oni Plays for 10 years. Also, BMO, what's good? What's good? Are you excited for in the next half hour? I know I am. Let's continue.
worried about it getting killed for their continued talking about Oni Plays, or that seeing merch of Smiling Friends, a show produced by one of Oni Plays' friends, Zach, freaked them out. Ding Dong also accuses Oni Plays and friends of taking pot shots at him constantly over the last few years, along with various other things that we'll get into in this video, all happening on a public stream on their channel. Now, some came to their defense, of course, saying that they probably aren't really as bad as people want them to be, and the situation is in black and white, along with bringing up other previous allegations that they have made. But there's a lot to get into, so let's just jump in. Welcome to the internet versus Oni Plays. It starts when the Kiwi Farms Twitter account posts about the situation, saying, former co-hosts of Oni Plays, Ding Dong and Julian, have been streaming almost continuously for a full day after saying that Chris O'Neill and his viewers are, quote, probably alt-right Nazis.
This feels like the biggest anime betrayal. This feels like the biggest anime betrayal. Pot shots at each other. I mean, if you're friends, you would take pot shots at each other without meaning it, but I feel like these guys were meaning it. And that's what makes it the biggest. The top 10 anime betrayal of 2026. It's this. Sad. Big sad, dude. By the way, how's the stream on YouTube? You guys doing okay? You guys seeing it coming in right now? Is everything good? Okay. Yo, Llama Todd, what is good? Good to see ya. Good to see ya. I'm glad you're here. Something is going on. All right, there we go. Okay. Looks good to me. Okay, good. Okay, I'm having some issues on my end then. All right, let's continue with the video real quick while I look into it.
There's not really a starting point, but this post made me laugh. And they attached this screenshot. Now, this is a troll account, but this troll account was saying, I realized I was trans when I was physically attacked protesting for Palestine. I've spent years studying this shit. This is not a sufficient way to handle it. I want every fascist out. And Hamburglar's cousin replies with this clip in the caption, you mean this ding dong?
No.
Ding Dong said the N-word, so therefore it's okay to say it. What? What does that mean? Oh my gosh. That's ridiculous. Okay, Caster may be having an issue. Is my chat having an issue? Is my chat having an issue? I'm pretty sure it is. The app I use for it may be having an issue. Hold on. Because it disconnected from YouTube and then reconnected. So, let me check it real quick. Okay, that's fine there. Settings. Okay, no, we're good. Okay, we're okay. It had a little bit of a hiccup, but I think we're okay. Ding Dong send the N-word, so it's okay. My black cousin says exactly. All right, let's continue. Wait, so this person realized they were trans after supposedly being attacked? That means percussive maintenance could also fix it, no? Probably, but you know what? They have to... Allegedly, it probably could, but I'm not willing to risk that. No, I totally wouldn't do that. Let's not resort to percussive maintenance here.
Don't say the word. Don't say it.
Whiskey Bone replies to the Kiwi Farms thread by saying, Ding Dong is like that friend you watch go down a druggy rabbit hole, but his drug is self-loathing. It's somehow even scarier that it's so self-inflicted he didn't even need meth to get there. Anime Profile Pic says, Troll's remorse is a hell of a thing. It hits someone like the worst kind of drug. I mean, look at what happened to items. Tom's Coffee Records replies to this gif in the caption, sadly, he will always be immortalized. And it's Oni Plays and Ding Dong coming in, dancing. Halo Wars then quote tweets Kiwi Farms post with this clip in the caption, holy shit, Ding Dong and Julian are fucking pathetic.
Here's the thing. Takes a while for us to get your end, but video is fine. Okay. You need to do a factory reset. It's funny. No, here's the deal. Here's what I'm going to say. I did watch this video before, but we're looking at it now because of the ridiculousness of, and it's pitiful. It's pitiful in the fact that how like I pity them because it's the way they basically just like the way their minds just deteriorate throughout time, and it's really bad. So let's watch it.
And after this clip is an edit with copyrighted music, so we can't play this half.
I don't know what Kiwi Farms is. KiwiFarms.net, probably like an online news aggregate.
Half of the video, but the first half is on the stream.
In the past, I had to avoid saying the word Oni plays. And now I can pick up on that one. I can I can say Oni plays ruined my life.
Did you hear what he just said? Kiwi Farms is a forum. Think more like slop gossip stalking focused version of 4chan. Okay. That's weird. Something must be going on. Okay, so my chat on my stream dashboards is not updating. But I can see that chat is still active. That's really weird. Omni Plays sucked my dad.
Many years.
So bad.
And this is why I
At least it ain't Calypso Lemonade's Paradise Punch. Paradise Lemonade.
Then Halo Wars continues posting various clips from the stream. They post this one with the caption, I'm going to repost some shit Ding Dong said on stream with edits if you're curious about the specifics. 1. Shitting on smiling friends for racism and needlessly insulting Zach. And so just for context, these clips are obviously edited by Halo Wars, including the text on screen and the various images that will show up throughout all of the clips. So yeah, just for that context. But here's the first one.
Gee, an episode
Ding,
about
my mom.
getting overly offended and wanting to kill people. It's weird that that's a consistent theme, huh? It's in more than one episode even.
It is. It's just sad behavior more than anything, Rock, because you just see them deteriorate, and he gets more paranoid and schizophrenic. It's just really sad. And also, a big, giant self-report is coming up, so.
The Hidden Worm Society running the government. That's why that shit is in there. You have to remember a lot of the people who were involved. You have to remember where a lot of these people came from prior. People just wanted to kind of automatically assume that if they stay quiet for long enough, their mentality has changed, even though they haven't. Man, I can go back to an example that's not even from the show. I only got to hear about this one because I don't watch the videos, but I had someone quote it at me, and I'd be like, why are you saying that, man? That's nasty as shit. That I had somebody at one point say to me, like, I am bipolar, and I am autistic, and these are the things that I have, and these are the things that I deal with. And I was like, what are you doing?
It pisses me off. That's like, I don't know if it's my autism or my own.
BMO. You're nothing. You had no talent. I watched Bob Dylan back on stage back in 1972. They do that for you. Oh my gosh. Where's Duda? At least my dad tried his best to teach me and my older sister to be better. Yeah, you know what? I mean, did what you can.
Or Asperger's or my schizophrenia or my bipolar disorder, but that's
you want it all to look nice.
And they went, oh.
That's a funny bit, too. He's like, I got ADHD, I got ODD, I got ACD, I got... It's just funny. I got a bum leg, got a limp, I got a wrist.
You know, it's a bit. As
Well, these two probably do like Hasbin Hotel.
Like, that's not a bit. Where did you even hear that one from? And they told me, and I'd be like, man, do you know why he said that? Because he's seriously just trying to insult people who have to deal with things like that.
Ding Dong literally just said he made that joke because he's, look, I know I'm not Duda, but I have similar humor too. BMO, I'm glad you do. I'm glad you're here. I know you're not Duda, and that's okay, BMO. I want you to be you. You can be as you can, within reason. Just kidding. You could be as you want.
That's why I said I'm confused.
I've just been doing this longer with Duda. No, I kid, man. You are free to quote Oni plays to me as much as you want.
Is why people weren't able to pick up on this. I thought it was really obvious. I thought it was really clear because in the past everyone did pick up on it.
He's literally saying they were making fun. Duda killed my mom. It's so bad. It's so bad. I'm getting distracted here. So, like, basically what Ding Dong is saying, they made that bit of like, oh, I got my ADHD, I got my OCD, I got all this stuff that Zach was doing, because he's saying that he's making fun of people who actually have those things. But the reality is, he's making fun of the Tumblrites that have those labels on their profiles and make it their personality to excuse their bad behavior.
I don't know what changed. Did things just get bad enough in real life that this kind of thing just gets ignored now and people don't even realize that that's where it's coming from?
Mozdev replies, he completely misses the punchline. He's not making fun of people with those disorders. He's making fun of Tumblrites who make those disorders their entire personality, and especially the ones who use them as carte blanche to be an awful person, a lot of whom are self-diagnosed.
Thank you.
And Halo War says he's really the worst type of person. He's only attacking it because he's close friends with that exact type of person. But he's so nonchalant and above it all, according to him. Horrid Handle says, he sounds worryingly like your movie sucks, and it's going to break my heart if he goes down that route. Halo Wars also posts another clip. Again, this one is edited by him with a caption too.
The hilarious thing is that Oni's about as left-wing as the game Grumps. He just never felt like changing his humor for the unwashed mass. Exactly. Mac and Cheese, thank you very much for showing up, man. I can see that you're here. I see that you're here, buddy. Go ahead and lurk.
Ding Dong schizophrenically claims Lyle and Chris brought up Tuba to expose he's a furry and take potshots at him in a grand conspiracy.
They do it to a lot of people, by the way.
Here's a big cell phone.
Constantly taking vague shots at people over and over and over again. They did it to us, too. They did it to another situation, and a lot of people found out about it later and figured out.
Yo,
like,
thanks for the kicks.
That's what that meant. I didn't really.
Matt, thanks for the kicks on a kick there. I appreciate you. Let me see what came in. I have to refresh this thing. Catch these kicks, Fishman. I don't see them. I'm sure they're coming in though. He's a furry? Yeah, Ding Dong's a furry. I find it ridiculous these Muppets aren't locked up in cages. Well, let's calm the zeal down a little bit there, Rockin' Hound Dog. Hunty is also a furry. That's very true. Kid. Oh, gosh, these kicks. Thank you, Matt.
Get it, but now I get it.
Listen, you guys on YouTube continue to have your quarrel.
If there's something they say in a video that doesn't make a lot of sense, they're probably referencing an actual person that they're hoping to hurt through one of their videos. That was why they brought up the tuba thing in the one video. That was them trying to take a shot at me.
That's just physics. Is that a big tuba? What is that? Oh, I'm horny. Let's go into it.
Did you hear what he just said? They said they brought up the tuba thing. That was just a big shot at me. And this is the joke that they said. Here, I'm going to go back.
Just physics. Is that a big tuba? What is that? Oh, I'm horny. Let's go into it.
Tell me that's not a self-report. Hold on. I'm committing cardinal sins by eating and drinking on the stream. Hold on. All right. No, seriously. That is the most disgusting, weirdest, unhinged self-report I've ever heard. That makes zero sense to me. Like, what the heck does that even mean, dude? The tuna is eating his fallen comrades. Yeah, I'm digging into my own seat. He literally just said, like, they made this tuba joke just to dig on me. And he's like, I'm horny. He's literally referring to a horn.
I'm not horny anymore. Now I'm horny. There you go. Damn it.
And they were trying to expose people to the fact that I was a furry. Then a few months later asking me if I'll record with them again. Which maybe was even partially true.
I'm not horny. I'm referring to the video. Don't one guy me, BMO.
Trying to test the waters of, did you see when I called you out in front of everybody and tried to get you hurt?
Very sus, I know.
This clip is saying, imagine getting offended at something as juvenile as a tuba equals horny, because it's literally a horn. I very much doubted Chris was talking about him at all when he said it. It's just an obvious pun.
Exactly, it was just a pun.
And slimy Asian pasta replies with an image here. We'll probably have to censor it for YouTube TOS. I don't know if this would be allowed on the website or not. I'm not taking any risks. And slimy Asian pasta says, no, actually it is a reference to someone who would commission artists to draw his fetish of getting vored by tubas. I know because I'm an OG perv. Ding Dong is saying that just referencing this was inciting hate against him. But I gooned to this and I enjoyed the joke. Click at your own risk, lol. And then
Slimy it needs some shame. How can I be one guy when you're just gonna join me? That's a very good point. That's a lawsuit. Yeah, listen. It's all... It would be a lawsuit, Rockhound, but here's the thing. I've seen this video. It's definitely not going to be a lawsuit. Simply because... Yeah, people have whacked out interests. Slimy needs to repent. Yeah, seriously, it's disgusting. I'm going to move on.
The image attached. Just to describe it, it is a tuba with a belly. There is a inside shot of the stomach, and someone is inside playing the tuba from the inside, it looks like. I don't know, it's too much. I don't know how to describe it, but it's obviously very, very fetishistic art. Halo Wars continue.
Yeah, it's disgusting. A fetish for what now? Tubas. Nothing is sacred or safe in this world. Anyway. Anyway. Yeah, it's just filthy. I don't need to know anything about this. It's just filthy art. No, tubivore. Anyway, continuing.
He's posting clips, and now this third one with a caption. He claims he doesn't watch the videos. He does. Then insinuates that Chris posted the Dustborn playthrough during Trump's inaugurations for a specific reason, implying it's a dog whistle.
I don't watch the videos or anything, but I sure as shit did see the Dustborn thumbnails and everything. That was not a mistake posting that during Trump's inauguration and everything either. Clearly it was backlogged. Yeah, the SJW thumbnails and everything. Gee, I wonder why this is going up.
And ballistic.
What? What? What does that even mean? What do you mean? What do you mean? Just sounds like retarded. Yeah, he is. Bro is stuck in his own... Exactly, BMO. That's the entire point of this video. Him and Julian are literally so deep inside their own heads, they can't even view reality they can't view reality in a logical manner. They just can't. They're incapable. Yeah, Mystics, they do sound retarded. They are. And it's sad.
Pistol replies to these images in the caption. The messages were there in plain sight. Oh no. And
yeah, you did.
We have the thumbnail being referenced by Oni Plays Dustborn with all of them here on screen. And then this meme edit.
Also, Dustborn was a horrible game.
We're on the TV. It's being said, we need to get these monkeys off our streets. And then a map.
I remember that. I remember that bit. It literally just like here's the bit was that Tomar is an FBI agent, and Chris and Zach is like the lady, and Zach is the pet monkey, and or basically Chris's character owns the pet monkey illegally, and so the FBI agent comes and has to like take it basically. And then he's like, and then he drops that line, "We need to get these monkeys off our streets," and they're all like, "Whoa!" Oh, Tomar, it's so racist. It was a funny bit.
Bad guy conservative with a gun says, "I'll handle them, Tomar." Rabbit replies to the clip by saying, "Dustborn was a viral shit game released a couple months
Yeah, and that
before
was a
the
joke
election.
post,
The
too.
game was literally made because of Trump running/winning 2016. The SJW thumbnail are the Oni boys dressed as the characters from Dustborn. Why is Ding Dong doing this to himself?"
Exactly. Why are you doing this to yourself, Ding Dong?
Misty Campaign says, "SJW thumbnail, and it's literally just them dressed as the Dustborn characters. The only thing SJW about this image is Tomar holding a soy drink, and you can see him holding it here on the left." Halo Wars continues, now the fourth clip with a caption.
They are in each own something head and something included. Yeah, exactly.
The one most people are talking about. Ding Dong claims while having Chris over, he slept the entire time, searched through their belongings and Julian's diary, didn't do any work, and talked shit about them in the bathroom, implying he was listening for some weird reason.
I mentioned it before, but I could tell they went through one of Julian's private books because they blurted out a thing that was in one of them during one of the videos.
All right. All right, guys, I would love to continue this video. Here's what I'm going to need to do. It's probably going to take a moment, not as long as I'm thinking. But I'm going to go ahead and get the game ready. And then in a minute, I'm going to get BMO on. Didi made video talking about his depression, how awful he felt about everyone. Well, does he feel bad about himself? He shouldn't. It sucks when you feel bad about yourself. Like, I would know. But let's go ahead and I'm going to do a refresh here on this, refresh on this one, refresh on this one, because freaking chats aren't updating real time. It's kind of weird. Anyway, thank you for redeeming the lurk there, Lithium. I'm going to have to lurk. So have fun playing video game, Tuna Boy. Definitely will. Also, it's TraumaTuna. Thanks, Lithium. Anyway, let's go ahead. I'm going to go ahead and get the game running, get it started for us so we can get this going. And then I'll get BMO in the call. And then we'll be able to... Whoop, there we go. What the heck? Am I having internet issues right now? Is my NES like going nuts right now? Like, what's the deal? Anyway, let me go ahead and get this pulled up here. Bing. Okay, my internet is having issues. The one time that I need it to work. You're not breaking up anything, are you? I don't know. No, I'm not breaking up. Here's the deal. Everything is starting to poop the bed right now. At the worst possible time. I'm blaming China right now. Everything's starting to get Short Mo and Tuna Sandwich are going to sell us trucks. Yeah, hopefully, because apparently something's going on. So here's what's going to have to happen. I'm going to go ahead. I may have to restart stream on this, so I'm going to do that real quick. Give me 2 moments, okay? It's going to come right back in a moment. All right, so if you guys are still here, go ahead and refresh. Okay, here's what I'm going to do. I'm going to have to do a complete restart, so I will be coming right back, okay? I'm going to put this on. I'm going to have to do a restart.